Hello, Karen.
Hello, Ty.
How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
That's good. Welcome to another Travelling with the Stars episode of Out and About and Everywhere and all over the world and all sorts of bits and pieces. And what are we going to talk about today?
We're going to continue on with Egypt. We've already done one episode of Egypt, and yes, it's a big place with lots to see.
I just had to turn down the background music. It was still a little loud. I'm sorry.
Sorry. Okay.
We haven't done this for a little while, have we? We've been a bit slack.
We've been very busy.
Well, we have been travelling.
We have.
I think since the last episode, we've been to Canada and we've been to Greece and we've been to Italy and we've been back to Paris. So we've been around a little bit.
We have been around a little bit.
And if you're looking on our YouTube channel, you'll see movies up there, and I've been putting a few up of late. I've been doing that, but we haven't done really any talkies, have we?
No.
So we thought we better start.
Thought we'd better get back into it.
How about I shut up and you do the talking?
Okay, let's do that for a little while at least.
Don't look at me. I'm just adjusting the microphone.
Following on from our previous...
She gives me dirty looks when I'm adjusting things.
From our previous little discussion on Egypt, our Nile riverboat has docked in the town of Kom Ombo for a visit to the temple of the same name. The temple is dedicated to the crocodile god... What did I do?
I'm just laughing back when you first told me when we were going to Kom Ombo. I don't think I had my hearing aids in. And I said, what are we doing with a combi? I thought it was a Volkswagen.
Yes, you did think we were going to visit a Volkswagen. So this temple, as I was saying, is dedicated to the crocodile god Sobek and the falcon god Horus. It's a little unusual, this temple, and it has it's dedicated to two gods. And because of this dual dedication, the temples have two symmetrical halves. The temple was built in the Ptolemaic dynasty and the Roman period. We won't dwell on Ptolemy's rule or the Roman period.
Oh, thank God for that.
If you're interested in learning more about this temple, the internet has lots of information.
Go back to hello, Google.
Kom Ombo was important to the ancient Egyptians for medicine and fertility treatments and a major religious place for crocodile worship.
What?
Not sure we'd be worshipping crocodiles today.
Were they crocodiles or alligators?
Oh, no, it said crocodile. Remember, it's a crocodile museum.
Right. Yep.
Yes. The crocodile god side of the temple complex had a facility for predicting the annual water level of the Nile. So I assume that's why. And the crocodile, believe it or not, was the god of the river and the god of fertility, which is the fertility of the land, whilst Horus was the god of kingship. And both temples had their own halls, sanctuaries and courts. The walls of each side show inscriptions and drawings of the unique part they each played in ancient Egypt. The drawings and carvings in this temple site are quite incredible. For instance, the medical procedures and instruments used is very similar to the instruments and the procedures that are used today.
It's scary.
It is. It's funny, isn't it? We think we've come a long way. There's also a crocodile museum on site, which has many mummified crocodiles of all sizes on show in glass cases. Given we know crocodiles take the odd human now and then...
No.
You would have to think that they would have done the same back in ancient times as well. But perhaps it was the sacrifice ancient Egyptians were happy to make for their god. I wouldn't fancy picnicking on the banks of the River Nile then,
no,
if there's still crocodiles.
Crocodile sandwich and make it snappy.
Oh, do you think they're still there? I don't think we asked that question, did we?
No, we didn't. We should have.
We should have. The sunset at the temple is quite spectacular as well. It was time to go back to our RiverShip for dinner and a little light entertainment with a glass of wine on the top deck. The weather in Egypt in October is not too hot and the evenings may require a light jacket.
Not good.
What's not good?
The wine.
No, it's very hard to get a good wine.
The beer was okay for those beer drinkers. That Egyptian beer was quite drinkable. I think it was an ale.
The wine was very...
average.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the same in Greece and other places like that, isn't it? It's not what we're used to.
No, because you like sweet wine too.
Well,
so
I like a Sauvignon Blanc, yes. So we had one full day of cruising before we reached Luxor, and a RiverShip does not have entertainment like cruise ships do. So we had to occupy ourselves. There were eight of us, sorry.
Six of us.
I lost two of us.
You did. Overboard to the crocodiles.
Yeah. There were eight of us travelling together, so we weren't bored.
No, we're up. No. The top deck of those river ships there are quite good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very open and lots of room and lots of tables and chairs. And they put a cover over it. And there's a bar up there.
There is, yes. Yeah. Very nice bar. On a section of the cruise, two small boats came alongside and tied themselves to our RiverShip. And it's like, well, what's going on here? There were two teenagers in each small boat selling goods. They were shouting up at us and holding up large tablecloths. Do you like this? Beach towels and other random items, trying to entice us to purchase. They would throw an item up. Everybody on board could have a look at and see if anyone wanted to purchase it. If not, it'd be thrown back down to them. So you
I had fun
you
with
entertained the top deck guests.
I did, because I was haggling from 30 feet in the air.
Yes,
he threw one up and he told me the price. I think it was around about 30 Egyptian pounds for the towel. It was a nice beach towel, really nice. And I thought, well, I like that. And it's a good size. It was big for biggins me. And so I said, no, I'm not, I'll give you 15. And he went, no. So I rolled it in the ball and threw it back at them and said, no, don't want it. And he said, no, wait. Anyway, this went backwards and forwards about 3 times. That this poor towel got tossed on the boat, off the boat, on the boat. In the end, he agreed to 15 Egyptian pounds, which is what, about $5 Aussie dollars, $6 Aussie dollars?
Very much, yeah.
For a nice Egyptian towel. Anyway, so I ended up agreeing to it. So he threw up another, like a shirt or something, and you had to roll the money up in it and throw it back down at him. But I think I did pretty good. I aimed it perfectly, got them each time, and purchased a nice towel.
Yes, well, they put the one of the great big tablecloths out between them, didn't they, so that they could to catch the package coming back. So that was a bit of interest. So I think you were the only one. Were we the only ones that bought the towel?
I think so.
I think we might have been. Everybody else was just watching. But anyway, it was a bit of fun. We also had a gentleman come on board selling personalised bracelets and necklaces with your name in hieroglyphics. I abstained, but you and the rest of our group purchased bracelets and necklaces.
I confused him.
Yes.
Because he said, "What's you spell your name out?" So I just put T-Y.
Yes.
Because it's Ty. And he went, "No, put your first name." I said, "That is my first name." He went, "Oh, not much on the bracelet." So he gave me 2 symbols.
2 birds.
I thought it was symbols of eternity or something.
They were, yeah.
Something like that anyway.
Yeah.
As well as my initials, my name on it. So
a lot of people have trouble with your
They
name.
do. I can't get on a plane in China unless I manually go and see them.
That's right.
It doesn't like my name in their system.
Yeah. So anyway, so the gentleman took the orders and then he hurried off to have the jewellery made up. Didn't he? It didn't take
overnight.
Overnight.
It was
That's
overnight.
right. He was back there the next morning. Our next stop on the Nile was Luxor, with a visit to the Karnak temple complex, which is said to be the second most visited site in Egypt. Giza being the first, of course. Karnak sits on the west bank of the River Nile and has 4 main parts, but we can only visit the largest section, and it is indeed large. Historians think that as many as 30 pharaohs had a part in building this massive religious structure.
30 pharaohs and thousands of people.
Yep. If you've visited other temples, you'll know that Karnak's features are not unique, but the number of features are enormous. The gods and goddesses worshipped in this temple go back much further in ancient Egyptian history. A must visit if you're in Luxor, but don't rush in. Don't rush it with the hieroglyphics, paintings and sculptures, because they are numerous and it takes a while to wander around the massive place, doesn't it? It takes a long time. They are very big, and tell the stories of their lives and what happened in their daily life. We won't go into the complete detail of the building of the temple and the huge columns, except to say the great hypostyle hall has an area of 5,000 square metres. Me being somebody who wouldn't be able to tell you how much 5,000 square metres is unless I could visually see it, I can only assume it's massive. It has 16 rows of columns, and the columns are between 10 and 20 metres tall. And when you look at that, I don't know how round they are. I didn't check how round, but they are...
Rounder than me?
Yes, they are rounder than you. But there's a wealth of information on Karnak Temple if you're interested,
Google.
and if you want to, delve further on the internet. Luxor itself is one of the ancient cities, being the capital of Thebes in the early days. It was a major political and religious centre around 1070 BC, and the home of the god of Amun-Ra. Many of Luxor's temples were built in honour of Amun-Ra and his wife Mut, or Mut.
Mut.
I stopped saying, no, well, Mut I don't know. It didn't have a double T, it's just a Mut.
I ain't going there. I'm leaving that alone.
We'll leave that at Mut. Anyway, we had plenty of time on our visit to wander around the Avenue of the Sphinx. This ceremonial avenue connects Karnak and Luxor and is approximately 2.5 kilometres in length. Some brief historical information. The avenue was not discovered until 1949 when an archaeologist...
An archaeologist?
Archaeologist.
What do you do? I'm an archaeologist.
An archaeologist discovered 8 statues...
Excuse me. Waiter, could we have a glass of wine over here, please?
Stop it. Now you make me lose it. So the Avenue of the Sphinx was not discovered until 1949 when an archaeologist discovered 8 statues near the Luxor temple. Over the coming years, more statues were discovered, and by the end of 2000, the complete walkway was found and excavators were used to uncover the road. In total, there are 1,057 statues of various shapes along the avenue. It's quite an impressive sight as you step down onto the avenue. Goosebumps come to mind, but lots of ancient Egypt gives you goosebumps.
It does.
And we walked the length of the... Amazing how big these statues are when you're standing.
I can't wait to go back.
Yes.
I'm really looking forward to that. Oh, excuse the executive producer.
I think he's saying he doesn't want us to go back.
Excuse the executive producer.
During the Opet festival, priests used the avenue to bring offerings and carry statues of the gods in a bark or a boat to the temple. The festival was a large event with entertainment and feasts along the avenue.
Beasts?
Well, they were beasts because there were beasts pulling the...
I can be a beast when I'm hungry. Let me at it.
There were beasts, the horse-drawn carriages and things, which celebrated the fertility of the land. This Avenue of the Sphinx was opened in 2021, so really it hasn't been open that long, allowing the public to walk along the incredible ancient road. I would have loved to have attended the opening ceremony. When they did it in 2021, there was a symphony orchestra, dancers, horse-drawn carriages, people dressed as pharaohs, gods and goddesses carried by bearers in black and gold robes. It would have been amazing to see that, but anyway, we didn't. We were still in COVID then.
21, yes.
Oh,
so we sort of came out of COVID a bit. That's when we drove up into Queensland when we weren't supposed to. No, I wasn't supposed to say that, was I?
No, that's a different story.
We did a dirt track run.
Yes. Now, after viewing a beautiful sunset at the temple, we rejoined our RiverShip for our last evening of sailing on this magnificent and famous river. After dinner, our entertainment was on the top deck lounge area where we were entertained by a group of dancers and musicians. Musicians.
What's a musician?
I think I'll have a drink.
Have another drink, yeah. No, it was entertainment that night, and I think I put something on our Facebook about that.
Yeah.
The conga line.
Yes, the conga line. That's right, yes. The evening had fabulous weather. Wasn't too cool. However, a few mosquitoes decided to join us on our evening, which were not comfortable.
And they are the pits, those mozzies.
They're awful.
I'm sure they have to have registration. They're that damn big.
I know. So I had to go down to the cabin to retrieve the Bushman's insect spray because we take Bushman's with us everywhere. Not that we're doing an ad for them. I'll take Bushman's.
Although Bushman's, if you do like us and you want to send us some, we do take it with us overseas all the time.
I also do, Erica.
So anyone from Bushman's, happy to accept some samples. Travelling with the Stars, let us know.
We don't want 600 packs of Bushman's to arrive. Anyway, cruising along the Nile was very relaxing with scenic views along the banks of the river. It was very pretty in some parts of it where you saw the sand and the palm trees and
Yeah. Like you'd see in the movies.
yeah, cruising along the Nile, like I said, was different scenery to we've cruised river cruises in Europe. Very different.
Oh, completely different.
Yeah, completely different. And then we did go through a lock at Esna.
That's right.
We went
that was
through
just
that.
after we went water shopping, as I call it.
Yes, that's right. So the little boats had to go back. Yeah, it was very good. Cruising, like I said, the cabins are small. Well, ours was extra small, wasn't it, really? I think it was meant for one person, but it had twin beds in it.
We won't go into that
No,
cabin thing.
I may have mentioned that in the first episode, but I have to mention it again just a little bit.
Boy,
you can
were
tell it
you
still
peeved.
irks me.
Got the wrong cabin.
Oh my goodness, yes. So we were early to bed this evening. We have a balloon flight very early in the morning, a balloon flight over Luxor, and if the wind is right, also over the Valley of the Kings. The RiverShip staff had a goodie bag waiting for each of us to eat along the bus ride to the balloon area.
Oh no, not the bread rolls
I
again.
know, more bread rolls. I think they struggle a little bit with what to give you to take out, like a bar, and that would have been okay. But they gave
The orange
croissants.
juice, well, a little orange
orange
juice
juice
boxes
was-
were good,
yeah.
but they weren't cold.
No, and they gave bread, so which is a bit hard to eat at that time of the morning. But anyway, at least they gave us something. Our driver arrived to pick us up at around 5 a.m, pitch black. We arrived at the balloon site around 20 to 6
Yeah, about that.
in the morning.
It was still dark then.
It was still dark, and we had to wait about 30 minutes or so until the
while
pilots received the all
But it was
clear.
really cool to watch all the balloons starting to get the gas in them and pick up, because they've, 30 balloons, I'd
Probably,
say, out of there.
But we had to wait for the all clear for the flight. They had to check the wind direction and all of that sort of things. More waiting then, as Ty said, the balloons were filled with air before we could climb aboard our basket. And it was a basket.
A big basket.
Yep. It was a very big basket. Yeah, because it took about 20 people, I think.
Yeah.
Five in each.
5 in each corner.
It was cut in quarters, like similar to the one in Cappadocia. Our balloon started off, and off we went. We all got into the basket eventually. It's no easy feat, because you see the baskets in there and you think, oh, they're just little baskets, but they're actually not. They're quite
You
large.
little basket.
I know, they're quite large, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
And we sailed, and I don't know whether that's the right word, but we
Well, you have to go where the wind
flowed.
takes you.
Yeah, so we
So we
sailed.
couldn't. It didn't take us back over Luxor itself. It took us out towards the
Took us
ocean.
over residential areas where we saw camels tethered in yards, goats on rooftop terraces, and we watched the sunrise
Some of those
over
goats
the
had
Nile.
some nice views in their terraces.
They had very good views if they appreciated it. In the distance, we could see parts of the Valley of the Kings and Hatshepsut's temple. Unfortunately, as Ty said, the wind was not taking us in the direction of the Valley of the Kings, so it was a side view in the distance. A little disappointing, but the flight was good, and we did see how the Egyptians in this area lived. The landing, well, that was a different
That was
matter.
funny.
Not a smooth landing like the Cappadocia flight I took, but a little on the rough side.
Why? Just because we landed in a creek bed?
We landed well away from the other balloons in a rocky gully. For a while, it looked like we would land sideways on the steep edge of the rubbish-filled gully. But a few men came running down into the gully and took hold of the ropes of the basket and pulled us further into the gully as the balloon descended a little bit lower. We all climbed out with help.
With a lot of help for some of them.
And before we were trying to get out, these kids came running down as well, holding their hand out going, $1, give us $1, give us $1. It's like, oh, we just want to get out of this balloon.
I said, I'll give
go
you something,
away.
some advice. Be nice to your mother.
Which they probably would. Well, they understood give us $1, so
Yeah.
I don't know. We all climbed out, as I said, with help. Then we had
to scramble up the hill.
We had to navigate that steep, slippery slope consisting of sand and rocks, which moved, of course, to reach the flat ground. Not an easy feat. Most of us ladies needed a helping hand or a push on the posterior.
I helped you, darling. I
You
played with
helped
your
me.
posterior to get you up the hill.
You pushed me up that hill. Back at
It took us a lot longer than anyone else, only because I was enjoying myself. Ouch. She just hit me, ladies and
I
gentlemen.
think people want to hear that. Back at the
That's cost me before. China, Great Wall.
Oh, yes, you hurt yourself on the Great Wall. See, you've not learned your lesson,
Went to pat her on the backside and slipped and cut my leg open on the Great Wall.
Yes, I had to sit out the rest of the Great Wall experience.
Oh, no, you didn't, I did.
Oh, you did, yes. You haven't learnt your lesson.
Yeah.
So,
continue on. Our little sidetrack.
Back at the
all around your posterior.
Try. Back at the RiverShip, breakfast was served. Beautiful meals on the RiverShip with the buffet breakfast, and they made crepes for you or omelettes or things like that. But it was a good breakfast.
Yeah, I think my standard was an omelette.
Yeah, I think we got omelettes.
Cheese and tomato and capsicum omelette.
And people are going, so why do we need to know? Well, just in case we visit your house, you know what he has for breakfast. So,
where were we?
Back at the RiverShip, like we said, it was served, although we also did a brief stop at the Colossus of Memnon to view the two giant statues that stand at the front of the ruins that was once the temple of Amenhotep.
I mean what?
Amenhotep? Hotep.
Okay.
Whatever.
Just check.
And then we headed back. It was just a brief stop just to say, well, this is what it is. There wasn't much else to see there. I knew about it. I'd learnt about it in high school. So I knew about the Colossus of Memnon. I did. Anyway, after breakfast, it was time to collect our luggage and say goodbye to our RiverShip and board our bus to the...
You sound like one of those cheesy... It was time to collect our luggage and wave goodbye to the RiverShip. Bye, RiverShip.
Listen.
Yeah, go on.
You're being very rude now.
I haven't been on for a while.
Oh, I know.
I'm going to see if I can get banned.
And we toddled off to the Valley of the Kings.
We did.
This 15-day Egypt and Jordan tour included our entry tickets to several of the tombs at the Valley of the Kings, Ramses IV, Ramses V and Ramses VI, and the tomb of Tutankhamun. Well, not that there's much in the Tutankhamun tomb because it's all in the museum.
In the museum, yeah.
These tombs are amazing, really, with all the artwork, the sarcophagus, that some of them that sat at the bottom. A lot of detail, isn't it? The inscriptions and drawings told stories of war, battles won, wives, a tribute to their life. It was just...
it was really well done.
It's very well done. Yeah.
And lots of puppy dogs to feed, as usual.
There were lots of puppy dogs. We did have the opportunity to enter Ramses I for an extra fee, but after visiting all three, we decided we'd seen enough. Next time we may venture into Ramses I instead of the others.
I think we will.
But at the moment, we thought that was plenty. After the Valley of the Kings, we moved on to the mortuary temple of Hatshepsut, the only female pharaoh. And
that was very impressive.
That was very different to the other temples. It has two exterior shrines, which are dedicated to Hathor and Anubis. 20 years after her death, though, the ruler at the time directed that all references to her rule be erased or obliterated. But luckily, Tutankhamun was the first ruler to repair damages to her temple, and they started to resurrect everything and put her back on the map. I found her...
You found a what? You found her pants? I didn't know she'd lost them.
Stop it. I found...
You found her pants?
Her tomb to be very fascinating. It was very... Like we said, it was a long tomb, wasn't it? And on one side it had these shrines to these, I think, and there was a beautiful carving of like an oxen or something there on one side and a cow on the other side.
I couldn't get over how those carvings, how they've lasted, and they're so clear.
I think it's
so
the
well
desert.
done.
I think it's the desert. And she built hers. So Hatshepsut was a very smart lady, as we all ladies are. And she built her, instead of building down...
Fairball.
Instead of building down in underground, her mortuary tomb is above ground. And she built it on a hill and into the rock at the back. And so you have stairs up into her. You have a long walkway and then you have stairs up into her tomb. So very different to the others. Well worth a visit. If you're over there, make sure you do it. So after we left the temple, we wandered back along the long walkway, back on the bus and back to lunch. It was food time. Sun was coming up, was getting a bit hot. So it was lunch and our guide and driver took us to a very colourful African restaurant at Al Qwana.
But I found the food was very similar to Egyptian, By the way, if you love chicken, like grilled / barbecue type chicken, you're on a big winner in Egypt.
Yeah.
And fish in like a stew is very big over there too, isn't it?
Yeah. So the restaurant overlooked the River Nile. It was very, like I said, it was very, very colourful, very African. The lunch was buffet style again, which most of ours were. I think that's the usual for tourists on tour in Egypt. It included chicken or fish. There were some hot dishes and that on there, weren't there?
Yeah, the fish was like a fishy type stew, that sort of thing.
Yeah. Lunch over, photos taken for the memories, and to bore people with our photos, we boarded the bus for the Red Sea resort town of Hurghada. So Ash was still our guide. He was our guide all the way along. I'm really sorry, I don't remember our driver's name.
No, not at all.
Sam?
It was good, the water, though.
Yes, they were very good with water. It was a lot. They kept a lot for us. We didn't have to buy it from the shops at inflated prices. I think they sold it to us for, what was it?
Oh, look, about 50, an Egyptian dollar.
Yeah, it was
which
very
is what,
cheap.
about
Not
30
much.
cents Australian or something like that.
So they kept us in water and soft drink, I think.
Yeah.
Which was very good. So yeah, a great team. This is where we'll end this episode on Egypt.
Will we?
There will be
another
episode which takes
because
in
there's still
Hurghada,
lots to
and we've
do.
We've got Jordan
We've
to
still
come.
got to talk about Jordan.
Yeah. So we'll end that here.
Yep.
Hopefully, people learn something from it, or think about going to Egypt.
Well, I want to go back.
Well, we do have another tour going next year, but yeah.
Oh, I'm playing the music a bit loud again. I'm
Oh,
good at
yeah?
that.
So you're playing it over me?
No, dear, I would never play the music over you. I can adjust it. I'm clever.
So
Well,
there
I
you
think
go.
I'm clever. You don't want to talk about the tour we're looking at doing? Or is it not completed yet?
Well, it is completed, but I thought we might do that after we talk about Jordan and that, and
Okay.
maybe mention
A little
the
teaser if you're thinking about Egypt and Jordan next year. Hang and stay tuned.
Yeah, and listen to the other part where we go into Jordan, which is a fabulous country as well. We really enjoyed Jordan.
Did. Lots to talk about there.
Yeah, yes,
Oh, yeah.
So it's goodbye from me.
Is it?
Yes.
Very good. Goodbye from me as well. You've been listening to Ty and Karen with Travelling with the Stars, and today's been another part 2 on Egypt. There will be part 3. And what, is Jordan part 4?
No, I think after Hurghada, and then
we go straight into
we go
Jordan
into
after
Jordan.
that.
So I think
Have we
we'll
got
do
a
that.
story about Hurghada? We
Yes.
got lost.
Yes,
We did
we've got
get
lots
lost.
to talk about. So anyway, there you go.
All right, we shall talk to everyone soon. So
Bye for now.
Bye for now. Bye, guys.